Hey guys, Akasun here with a very different type of video today. I've been trying, sorry, I should have cleared my throat way earlier, but I was trying to stay out of this situation and not mention Jinx or any sort of the controversy that's been going on ever since I made that one video where I called YouTube up, and that was me doing whatever I could to try to kind of get a timeline where we could all put this controversy behind us and such. And even though you know, I've gotten a good amount of support still, but you know, there's just a lot of hate and misinformed, misdirected sort of hate for people that pretty much probably didn't watch the entire video to understand I was really trying to come from a basis line, unbiased line. But, and I still do, I still get the hate, I still get the death threats from these videos, but, from that video, but, anyways, at this point, PewDiePie, this thing with PewDiePie just happened, and so, you know, as an ambassador of, and a strong representative of the reactor community, with PewDiePie allegedly talking shit about the reactor community and not getting it, whatever the case may be, I felt that it was time for me to sort of break my silence and still try to be as unbiased as possible, but really go through this with you guys so we can have a better understanding of what exactly PewDiePie is talking about. So, with that being said, let's react to PewDiePie, what he's talking about. And I've watched it already. I've watched the points and I watched the podcast as well, but we're gonna go through it again because I've made a lot of mental notes and I was gonna prepare something a little more organized, but fuck it. I'd rather do what I do. Alright, so where are we here? This is from, damn, my throat really hurts. You know why? Because I was screaming at some kids earlier today during class. This is the YouTube Honesty Hour Challenge. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Felix. I was wondering.
So we're gonna start off by just channel out all the hate that we have. That,
I mean, I like the sound of that. It's like, I got a lot of hate in my heart, and if you got hate in your heart, you just gotta let it out.
well, let's.
So, I'm pausing it right there only because. Oh my god, I really gotta get something. I think I just popped something in my back. The reason I'm pausing it right there is because there's been a big problem. Like, people were wondering if PewDiePie hates the reactor community, hates people doing reactions, and a lot of people said he never said that, but that's exactly the reason why people are saying it, because he just said, let's start by getting all the hate out of the way, things we hate, whatever, like that. I think that's what, like, and the other guy, whoever that is, said, I got a lot of hate. I got a lot of hate in my heart. So then they go through the Charlie Chocolate Factory thing or whatever, right? So, and this point, this is what, here we go.
Moving on. Reaction video. First word.
Boobs.
There's something, hold on.
Oh, that's Reply Girl. Sorry.
That's right.
So, I'm laughing at that point because there's a reason why it's funny to me, because Reply Girl has actually come up with this whole Jinx controversy. Reply Girl has come up as a big example of someone that was kind of abusing the YouTube system, and if you guys really don't know, Reply Girl basically just, there used to be a way you could reply to videos, and she just replied to every video out there, every main video out there, every strong popular video out there, and she just had tits that you were just automatically sucked in, and people were just getting really mad about that because it used to flood the recommended channels, recommended videos, and like you would just see her everywhere, and you couldn't help it. That was the big thing, and that's why uh, there was a big comparison about that in these debates where comments and such. Let's continue though.
Okay, reaction videos. There's this one guy on YouTube. He's getting insane popularity right now, and I've been paying attention to it. And he's literally just watching videos on YouTube and reacting to it.
Wow.
And he's making a living out of it.
I mean, I guess that's related.
He's making a living out of it. Well, apparently not. Apparently not if you saw some of the recent GoFundMe controversy going on right now. Apparently not a very smart living in the last couple of months. Savings. Let's continue.
Because that's what people do, right? They watch YouTube videos.
Moving on. Why are we whipping?
So, that's the video version of this controversy going on. And I just wanted to play that one for you, the video version, because the video version and the podcast version are very different. And that's why there's kind of this confusion about what PewDiePie had said. The video version is a very tightly edited version that just briefly touches upon the reactor community. And so now I'm going to play for you guys the podcast version. In fact, I thought about putting his image up here, or putting the video up here, but I just thought about how bad that might turn out for my channel if I did that. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna replay for you the podcast version of it. It's much longer, and this is where it's gonna get interesting.
Reaction video. First word.
Boobs.
That's not really true.
Oh, that's Reply Girl. Sorry.
Shit is loud. She had nice
reaction video.
nice tits though.
There's this one guy on YouTube. He's getting insane popularity right now, and I've been paying attention to it.
No, he's been paying attention to it, and I'm going to talk about why he's been paying attention to it in a bit.
Reaction video. First word.
Boobs.
Damn it! I didn't want to reach.
That's not really true.
Oh, that's Reply Girl. Sorry.
I didn't want to go back to that.
Okay, reaction videos. There's this one guy on YouTube. He's getting insane popularity right now, and I've been paying attention to it. And he's literally just watching videos on YouTube and reacting to it.
Wow.
And he's making a living out of it.
I mean, I guess that's relatable, though, because that's what people do, right? They watch YouTube videos.
I like that point.
And then they can
So
watch
just
someone
because
else
it's
watching YouTube videos, so it's like they're having someone to watch the video with them.
I do like that point.
Now they have a real friend in the world.
And
they'll stop
PewDiePie
them
got
and
it,
murder him.
but then they have to fuck
know
it up
what?
with that
PewDiePie
backhanded
reaction
comment.
channel is gonna get
When you watch all your old videos,
It's kind of like me, like now, if I run out of game, I'll just go to a game I played like 4 years ago, because no one will know about it.
play it again.
It's kind of like the same thing, but people actually really love it, so.
Yeah, I've done that before, too. I went back and found a video that had, like, no views, deleted it, and re-recorded it. And it's like, wow, this game's amazing! And then other
I didn't
YouTubers
pretend
play
that
it.
I never
I'm like, you guys. I did.
Alright, let's talk about that, because I know he's about to go into some really more heavy shit in a second. I'll time mark that. So, you know, as some of you guys know, there's just been a controversy that is not going away and probably will not go away. Even after the video that I made calling YouTube, and I just said, okay, well, when Jinx gets a plaque, or if he gets partnered, but as time has gone on, and more research has kind of been done, and people have been approaching me and talking with actual industry professionals, things about that, and it doesn't look like, unfortunately, it seems that even if the way things work and the way you can abuse CEOs, do CEO abusing, and this is just all speculation. I'm not saying that Jinx is actually doing it, although there have been videos already now that have actually caught that account, not Jinx himself doing it, but Jinx's account actually on websites that can get you thousands of subscribers and thousands of views, and in a matter of minutes, minutes, and money that's actually been invested a lot. Money that's but like it wasn't just you could sign up. Anybody could sign up the website. Anybody could sign up the website, but at the level that the Jinx account, the website was at, it was a level 9, which was top level, which means someone, whoever had spent a lot of time and money getting it up there. So that's just one thing to just put out there. Still really trying. I was kind of hot about this entire thing a little while ago, but I just read something from a former subscriber of mine regarding the Jinx situation and things like that, and I decided to try to stay more. When things hit me like with the reactor community, yeah. Anyways, let's continue here. Paying attention to it. So here's the thing, PewDiePie has been paying attention to it, and you know the only reason why this is the thing, if you start reading through some of the comments, you're talking to people that really don't know how these things work. But if you are a YouTuber and you deal with YouTube stuff, and if you're the most subscribed, the top guy, the top dog, you do pay attention to what's going on. And it's a website, for example, I believe it's the video, I think Danny was, there was a website called Video Stats, I think it was, and there's another website that was sent to me a long time ago, where in this controversy that's been going on for months and months, one of the main things people have been mentioning is the fact that Jinx's channel has been getting more subscriptions daily than PewDiePie, okay? More subscriptions daily than the top YouTuber out there. And you know, PewDiePie has been around for quite a long time, and he wasn't an overnight sensation. And you know what's very interesting about this is that was the second video of my entire time here on YouTube. I don't watch YouTube at all, or that often, and I don't watch YouTubers that often, at all. I don't know most of these people on here, so I don't follow or copy anyone. I'm just doing what I do. But the point I was going to make is I just happened to watch something about PewDiePie. PewDiePie reacting to his older videos, because I thought I was curious about that. And you know what's very interesting about it, which I found this very funny and a bit very hypocritical on PewDiePie's side, is the fact that he actually got popular, and he said he got popular off of his reaction videos, his gameplay, off of his reactions, his scare reactions to like scary video games and shit. That's what really pushed him. It was some broken game or something like that, him reacting to a broken game. So that's what made him, go find that, PewDiePie reacting to his older videos. He was a reactor. He may not want to admit that, but he was a reactor. So let's just choke on that for a second. PewDiePie React channel. I'm sure once he got that thought into his head, inception, right? The thought was put into his head, you know, we very well may see. And I actually encourage him to make a reaction channel. I want to see him try to do that, okay? Because it's not as easy as he might think it is. Well, I get there's maybe I'll save that for later. But in short, yeah, it's easy to sit here and talk, but to be entertaining and to actually try to curve things, you just have to have a bit of experience and talent. So I believe he could do it, but I would like him to try to do that, because sitting there in editing bay for hours and hours, it's not as easy as he may think. So yeah, gamer okay. So, but the main point I was gonna say, he's been paying attention to it because it's a very odd statistic for someone, I'm talking about Jinx's channel, to grow legitimately that way. In such a short amount of time and get more subscriptions, you know, more, who said it the other day? More than MTV, more subscriptions, more subscribers than an actual network MTV channel, more subscriptions daily than PewDiePie. It's going to turn heads. It caught the heads of myself, Tyrone Magnus, Ryan Wright, the Big Four. You know, it caught our it turned our head long ago. Oh, not long ago. We're talking only three or 4 months ago, right? When it was when I was like 5,000 subscribers. No, 9,000 subscribers. Okay, so and then now let's continue.
Huh?
I did this 3 years ago. Get out of my face.
But yeah, reaction videos. I've been part of like the, what are they called again? Fine Brothers.
Right.
They basically took React videos and made it into like a thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I get that, but I feel like just having a webcam, clicking play on a fucking video, and like laughing a little bit. It's like that's not content. That's his bullshit. All right, moving on.
I wish he didn't say that, but I know why he said that. You know, sitting in your room, pushing play, watching a video, laughing a little bit, and putting up, that's not content, it's just bullshit. I know why he said it. I wish he didn't, because a lot of people took it as him dissing the entire Reactor community, but in a sense, but I know why, because his only example of what reaction videos are mainstream, so to speak, mainstream popular reaction videos is obviously Jinx's videos, because that's the one channel he's paying attention to. He's not paying attention to Tyrone Magnus, the top reactor of all of us, undisputably. He's not paying attention to Tyrone Magnus because it was a natural, organic growth. And let's not forget, Tyrone Magnus has been on TV several times because of his reactions. So has Ryan Wright, been in news articles. I was featured in the UK. I was featured in the UK magazine for my Game of Thrones stuff. Final Fantasy, there's viral videos, okay? But all that being said, being on TV and all that attention has only garnered Tyrone Magnus, what, 2,300 something subscribers, or what, 230 something, around 250 subscribers or whatever, right? Only all that's in that, we're talking, it's been quite some time. Tyrone Magnus actually blew up a lot. I think he was, from what Ryan I think told me, or where he was around 50,000 subscribers when that Star Wars trailer came out. That Star Wars trailer. If my numbers might have been off, but it was fairly, like, he was way under. Like, he was, 50,000 subscribers or somewhere around there. And then it blew up, and he just started to grow and grow, and the reactor community started to get bigger and bigger because people started to realize this can be done. And it was really in part thanks to the Star Wars trailer and Tyrone Magnus really getting like a mainstream spotlight of like, okay, this can happen. So that being said, I'm going back to here is PewDiePie's only example. He hasn't seen, I'm pretty sure he probably has not seen or paid attention to Tyrone Magnus's channel, or he would have seen a charismatic character, and you can see someone that people genuinely enjoy every video that he does. He definitely probably hasn't seen Ryan Wright's, or he would have seen someone obviously that you can see some talent, like you can see someone that has some what's the word I'm looking for, that has done lots of research, that actually reviews, but you know, he doesn't just react, he actually reviews and really breaks down kind of the science of it all about the video that he just watched and such. And also you can see that there's a lot of post editing put into things with Ryan's videos, and he definitely hasn't seen a Gator Martin video and things like that. And even if he did, I don't think it wouldn't have been there, because you can feel the love coming from Gator Martin's channel, you know, and just like that guy said, it's like you're just kind of watching it with a friend or whatever, right? And, you know, he definitely has not seen an Akasan honest reaction, right? The prince of reactors, the imaginary, evolutionary, involuntary, Red Dreaded one. Red Dreaded Nation, let me hear your voice! Wrong voice of joy. Anyways, that being said, yeah, so he hasn't seen all this because, holy shit, if you only knew how much time I put into these editings, these goddamn videos. That little Akasan Returns video I did took me 3 hours to do. 3 hours for a 45-second. The smaller it gets, the longer it takes. So, you know, he's watching Jinx's channel. He's paying attention to Jinx's channel, and he's seeing, you know, what's very interesting about this is the fact that just last week I was reading something on yttalk.com about someone was posting that they just don't get reaction videos like what, and it was another example of someone else just staring at a video and not really having much to say or doing anything or being entertaining or just not, and having whack jokes or whatever. It was another example of all that, and they just didn't understand why are these guys so popular or whatever, reaction videos. And so I get this situation of that, why PewDiePie said this. So this in itself, I just want to put out there for you guys is that I don't think, in a sense, there's another theory that I have as well, because he does mention the Fine Brothers, right? And as far as I remember, I remember reading something about the Fine Brothers and the Fine Brothers doing like a TV show or something like that about reactions or something like that, right? And PewDiePie has worked with the with the Fine Brothers, right? So that being said, this all might be a little sort of team up event to sort of downplay, because unfortunately, well, for whatever the case, Jinx is basically now the flagship of, even though he's a former member of the reaction community, and that was himself. He chose to do that. He does not want to be associated with what he likes to call a big ball of hate. So that's fine. Whatever. I feel bad for his subscribers and the people that have supported him that are part of this community that don't realize that that's what's going on. But and also the people that are making compilations continuing to support him, you know, realize that we'll see that he's not going to be supporting those compilations coming back. So, but that's a story, I guess, for another day. But this is, yeah, he's unfortunately, whatever the case may be, he still is, while he's not wanting to be part of the reactor community, he's still the poster boy in PewDiePie's mind for what the reactor community is all about. So, you know, that's the disappointing part about all this. But the good thing about all of this here, oh, sorry, and then the main point I was going to say was the fact that this might be a way to PewDiePie's way and the Fine Brothers' way and maybe YouTube's way to downplay these sort of self-made, self-orchestrated and homemade reactions, authentic reactions, sort of a way to downplay it all before it gets too big. And that's kind of the bigger issue with the fact that that Jinx, not Tyrone Magnus, is or even Ryan is the flagship of the face of the reactor community, when that's not really. There are much better, or I should say more entertaining people, or more charismatic people out there that have a lot of stuff to actually say. And write that down for a second, the future. Okay, so, but here's the good thing. Here's the thing that I want to actually point out here, is going back to this controversy of what we're talking about, going back to this controversy with Jinx and getting the plaque, getting, you know, is he really sub-botting, is he not, things like that. You know, people have exposed him, the numbers don't add up. He's been hiding his stats for the videos. You can't see certain stats on his videos for whatever reason. What else? The GoFundMe situation. There's a lot of stuff, and there's back and forth. The thousands and millions of views that he gets on Vine videos that support his claim of why he's popular. So I'm not trying to forget any of this. I'm trying to be very down the line with you motherfuckers, so I don't get a bunch of more hate, unjustified hate. That being said, there was a point and I lost that shit. The good thing about this all is that the great part about this, which we should all be happy, is the fact that PewDiePie, Mr. YouTube, basically is paying attention to this unnatural rise in subscribers, unnatural rise of popularity. He is paying attention to it. So I hope, Mr. PewDiePie, I hope you're continuing as an ambassador, a representative of the reactor community. This is what we do. I'm a reactor. This isn't a reactor channel, but I love what the rest of them do and the fact that they do have channels on that. I hope you continue to pay attention to it. I hope that you actually go and pursue it a little bit further and investigate this. I really would like PewDiePie's investigation, because of course PewDiePie has a lot more swing than the rest of us do. And you know, someone brought up a couple days ago in one of my videos, I should have brought it up early on, but he said, I have a question for you. If you had, I don't know, he said like if you had like a 10 million subscribers or some shit like that, right? If you had 2 million subscribers or something like that, Akasan, would you even care? Would you care about the Jinx controversy? And he's like, I want your honest reaction. I want your honest opinion. I said, no, I wouldn't. Like, I really wouldn't give a shit, because it doesn't, like, at that point, it really wouldn't. It would be such a small thing, I would have never heard about it. And you know, for that being said, I do want to make something very clear. One of the reasons why certain reactors and smaller reactors are so upset about this situation going on and really want some clarity, and when the numbers don't start to add up, they get really upset and really pissed off, is because it's like that scene from There Will Be Blood. You know what? Someone's coming in, and just like I was saying with Reply Girl, someone is coming in and taking up all those spaces on the recommended channels, recommended videos, channels you might like, because they have more subscribers, or because it's getting more views, and because this is how part of how algorithms work, right? And and there's only what, 9 spots, I believe, 9 spots when you finish that video. There's 9 spots on the next video you can see. And time after time again, just like Reply Girl, when you're looking at reaction videos or whatever, it's always Jinx. It's always Jinx's channel. There was I think I took a screenshot the other day. Like, it was, I don't even know what, I was watching a Slipknot video. And my entire wall just filled up with Jinx videos. Like, what? Like, about Mortal Kombat and shit. And that's one of the things, just like There Will Be Blood, is if that's illegitimate, if that's someone is abusing the system, I'm saying if that's what's happening, then someone's coming in and drinking your milkshake.
If you have a milkshake, and I have a milkshake, and I have a straw, there it is, that's a straw. Watching. And my straw reaches across the room and starts to drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
Don't bully me, Daniel.
Someone's coming in and taking in the potential you could have had. A lot of people were saying, why, you know, for the people that are really going at Jinx and such, is like, why are you so mad? You should just focus on, even on my channel, why are you doing this? You just focus on your content, make good content, and you would get just as many subscribers. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Even PewDiePie take a look and he said, it's not content, it's just BS, okay? It doesn't, that's the part that doesn't matter, especially for reaction videos, okay? I try to make things as creative as I can, because for me, and I'll get to that, wrapping things up really quickly, for me, reactions is a very, it's a part of the channel, but there's a whole broad spectrum of what myself and I think other people like Tyrone Magnus and Ryan Wright were doing, because it's just a stepping stone into something larger, so to speak. And so that's why it's a big problem for a lot of people, because there are people like that really would like to make a justifiable living off of doing reactions or whatever. I noticed that some people didn't realize that you actually get paid, and yeah, you can get paid from doing that. So that's why it's a big fucking deal. It's not just a number, it's basically someone cutting in front of line, legit, maybe. But someone that's in front of line from you, and basically like a Snorlax, kind of just hoarding in, sucking in all the potential views you might get, so to speak. Does it make sense? Am I getting through to you guys? Okay. So I really hope PewDiePie looks into this more, and when it gets even bigger and bigger, I hope he actually does what we can't, and contact YouTube to really investigate and see, and puts this to an end, basically, because that's, and I hope PewDiePie actually does do a reaction channel, because there's a whole nother thing that there's a whole nother line that reactors have to deal with copyright strikes, which I understand on some situations, and the whole that. If there's a way, just like when the gaming videos, the way they were pulled in the beginning, I would love to see some of that system be changed. And I believe PewDiePie Reacts could do something like that. So, that's my thought on the whole PewDiePie versus Jinx debacle. I encourage there to be more of a war. I encourage PewDiePie to get more involved in this situation, because I would definitely like to see the smaller controversy that we had has now just been blown open even more, and I will hope that this will be the catalyst that brings it all to a huge close, because YouTube will finally pay attention to what's going on here. So I think for me it's nothing but good news, guys. For the other reactors out there, this is nothing but a good thing, because of the fact that it's going to make us get noticed even more. Tyrone Magnus will get known, like, people will start looking for more reactions and be like, oh shit, wait a second, there's actually someone good out here. Tyrone is amazing, the Star Wars guy, like that, right? And then they will find me looking at Japanese twerking videos and be like, okay, like that, you know? But they'll see that there are people with a background that actually have background in being entertaining, that have actually done a lot of work in this. You know, I have my radio degree and radio background experience with entertainment and such, as you can tell by my golden voice and things like that. So anyways, that's that. And for the future, for all reactors, I think in general, I mean, I know a lot of them, like, and I know there are, that's the reason why. I know there are a lot of reactors out there now that are doing, they're in their home, setting up a camera, pushing play, and they're laughing, and they're doing, you know, even when I had substitute reactors, there were certain ones that I picked, and because I've seen their work before, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna bring something different to the table, right? They're gonna bring something special. There's something very unique and entertaining about them. The point I was going to say about this is the fact that, and you know, that's the main, that's the reason before, pre the Jinx era, pre-Jinx era, that's the reason why you guys were calling us, myself, Tyrone, Gator Martin, and Ryan, the Big Four. That's why you guys called us that, because there was a noticeable difference between us, what we do, and the other reactors that were out there at that time. And now the world has been open even more. And just like I said, Justice League, from Justice League going to Justice League Unlimited. I like it. And when the future, when that's all said and done with the future, you know, it's, for me, like I said, it's the reactions, I was doing them because I was bored, but the channel was always just been about my life or whatever I'm doing, and particularly living here in Japan, right? And now I've seen there's something more that I can do with the channel. There's a I could sustainably live off of this channel, and it changes the way of your future planning. You know, like I said, I've said in my previous videos, I'm seriously investigating being closer and closer, going back to Tokyo to be near the YouTube Tokyo, because there's those opportunities, right? You know, Tyrone quit his job. Ryan quit his job at 100,000 subscribers. So when you are legit like that and you have subscribers that back you up and people that view things, the world is open. Ryan has gotten lots of offers for TV things, and I've done some stuff for TV out here, and if it wasn't for the YouTube channel and things like that, I wouldn't have had that experience to just go ahead and really react and entertain while the camera is rolling. So, especially in another language, speaking Japanese, god damn it, right? So, there you guys go. That's my thoughts on it. I'm pretty sure that was a goddamn long video, but I wanted to basically let you guys know where I stood on this and what I thought about all this, and kind of give you my thoughts on the Jinx controversy as well. And like I said, this is probably I see it's gonna be rough. The good news is it doesn't affect the reactor community so much. This is really between the Warriors. And that's the other thing I was gonna point out here. This was actually very important, because this is something I was reading the other day on Kotaku, which is very interesting about this is very hypocritical of PewDiePie. I was reading this because PewDiePie's numbers were just released recently on how much money he was making, and so he replied back to them in epic fashion. Alex writes, "If only I could get paid that much for being a complete retard in front of a webcam and generate a few million views." Kind of sounds very familiar to what PewDiePie was saying. It's no content, just BS, right? Here's what PewDiePie said. I think that's what is cool about YouTube, that anyone could technically do it. Okay? Surely if I didn't exist, there would be someone to fill my place. Alright? And then PewDiePie goes ahead and actually encouraged the commenter to try the whole YouTube thing out, because who knows, maybe he would strike gold too. So, a very interesting about that situation, and you know, a bit hypocritical on his situation on PewDiePie's side. But there's one comment that I was reading about this, is the fact that, which makes things very interesting, especially about with Jinx's fan bases, obviously fairly young and such. And you can just tell by just the way they approach you. But here's what someone said about PewDiePie's fan base. His success really boils down to his appealing to the lowest common denominator. All 12-year-old boys. They're rampant on YouTube. And then someone else says 12-year-old girls as well. So I find that very interesting, because I agree with that situation with PewDiePie's fan base. On top of that, Jinx's fan base. So it's going to be very interesting to see both of those fan bases kind of mixed together, talking to each other, arguing with each other basically, and hopefully nothing but good can come out of this, and hopefully the truth will be shown on all sides. I thank you guys for basically watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long for you guys. I hope it was still entertaining. I hope there was content and not just beauty, but bullshit. Akasan's honest reactions. Peace.